Hi, Meow.
Meow.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we are drawing
Shadow Rose.
for
Majestic Oof Bird.
on AMINO. Oof. I've seen a lot of people using that lately, but I have no idea what it means. I think it's like ... but word form.
I think it means oof.
So, this is the next commission that I've been working on. Well, we've been working on. Been so busy lately, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So, this is the third or fourth one so far in the group of 8 that we were working on.
I think it's definitely a number.
Definitely a number. I think it's the fourth one.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Four. And she turned out so sassy.
Mhm.
She was like, At the end of it, I was just like, oh, you can tell if you cross her, she'll be like, down. And then like point at you and you just like stare at you and you'd be like, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. That's the vibe I got from her. And what did you think of her?
She was giving me Cascada, you know.
Cascada. Oh, yeah. Is she like 90s or early 2000s or 2000s?
2000s.
I remember the other day when I was drawing, I put on like a 90s playlist on YouTube and she was in there. So are you sure she's not 90s?
Not sure now.
That's awesome. Like,
I think the playlist was 90s to early 2000s.
Yeah, when she came out, I'm like, oh my god, I remember this. I haven't listened to this in forever. And I was like, there. But I forget the whole song completely now that we're talking about it. It's just gold.
I'm not singing it.
You know you want to.
No.
Come on. Don't be shy.
No.
Well, I was getting like Hilary Duff. Do you remember her?
Do I? Yes.
You know, like Lizzie McGuire.
Yes.
I remember watching that movie. It was so bad.
I was in love with her music. Like, I knew every single one of her songs. I was like the biggest fan. And then when like she was older and she dyed her hair brown, I was like, I bought that album. And then she went platinum blonde again, and she was like,
Didn't she try like making a comeback recently? Like she made a new music video like 2
with
years
the
ago.
blue hair.
I don't know. I just thought she made a new music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it any good?
The music video was pretty like tame, but I loved her hair, and she looks so different.
She looks like she's had something done to her face.
I think it's makeup.
Make contouring.
Well,
it's like, you know, there's that viral Asian makeup that they've been doing lately, where they like put that weird putty on their nose and stuff, and then they like stab themselves in the face, and then they peel it off, and then at the end it's like
completely different. Like they completely changed their face shape. I'm like, can I have a chin, please?
You need one of them to like completely do your face. You're like, yes, now
Yeah.
I look great.
Well, we watch all these prosthetic shows like Face Off and stuff like
I
that.
love that show. Oh, that was a great show.
And I'm like, if I knew how to do any of that, my like everyday makeup would be a full face of prosthetics. It'd be like, change his nose, change his chin, well, give me a chin.
Go out looking like a fawn princess with like horns and everything.
Yeah.
Because you can, because you got the prosthetics.
Yeah.
If only I could sculpt. I tried sculpting a hand once in school. It turned out looking like that penguin from Wallace and Gromit that had like the red glove on its head, and it was like a master thief or whatever. And they're like, like you're supposed to draw a hand. Like at sculpting a hand, like I did. It just happy coincidence. It turned into a penguin. The hand was like a round. They did like the glove, like the round ball things. You know what I mean? How it's all
Yes.
round. Yeah, it was like that. That was my hand.
Nice.
So I don't think I could really get into prosthetics.
No, me neither. Like sculpting, I'm just like,
I've tried using this epoxy sculpt.
yeah, like sanding things. Like if you just put like a whole bunch of epoxy sculpt on something and then you sand it into a shape if it's already got a base to change it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty good at that.
Yeah, well, we tried making like mermaids out of dolls because we watched like all these doll channels and stuff, and we go like, oh, we should really try this. Didn't get very
Yeah.
far.
Well, basically, we did like a whole bunch of stuff.
Hmm.
And we did like probably 2 months worth of work on each doll. And we moved, and then we moved, and then we moved, and then it was kind of like, should we still do it or not? Because you pack it all away, you forget about it, and then you start it up again. And we're just like, eh.
And I was determined to make a ventilated wig that would work, but it just didn't.
No.
No, it just failed every time. So that was disheartening because it's been like 20 hours just ventilating hair onto this small piece of lace on a doll's head, and then it just wouldn't sit on it, and it was just like, God.
I mean, you did like a half of a wig successfully, but to attach it to the head, it was so annoying. Oh, we're coloring now.
You're coloring. Would you like to mention how awesome you went with the coloring?
Yes, I colored and I went awesomely.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I could color.
I don't,
Why?
because then I'll be out of the job.
I get you to color because I'm like, I don't like coloring. I think my hatred for coloring stemmed from like primary school. We had to use colored pencils and it was just painful. What I would used to do for coloring instead was get like a sharpener and get like the tip of my pencils and scrape out the coloring stuff and then get my finger and just smear it all over the page because it was so much faster.
Well, I used to literally draw all over my desk
Yeah.
with pencil and with everything, with coloring things and everything, and then I'd start coloring them in. And then I'd lean up on my desk, and by lunchtime, my arms would just be covered in lead pencil and texter.
I think that was the worst thing, like, as well, because I'm a left-handed. Everything was smudged. Like, especially with maths, I would, like, line up all my books super duper pretty. And then, because the way we go from left to right, it would smudge everything. I spent, 3 hours rolling up every single page of my book. Like, literally, every single page of my math book I would line at the start of the year. So that way, everything was neat. And the, four-colored pen. And then everything would be done, like, math equations would be done in lead, but then the borders would be in red. And then to separate each math equation, I would use like green or something. So that way it was super duper clear. I'm like, it has to be perfect, but no, I'd smudge it every time. And so yeah, that was me in school. I was very OCD with all my books. And I'd have to get like that matching, what's it called? You know that weird stuff that it was like sticky and it had patterns on it and you could put on the book?
Laminate,
Laminate, is that what it's called?
probably.
Okay. Well, that laminate stuff, I'd go out and I'd buy it and then I'd make sure my books were perfect. But if I got one bump in it, I'd have to like completely rip the book apart. And then I'd keep the paper so I could like draw it or whatever. But then I'd go and buy a new book until there was no bumps on it, which is like nearly impossible with that stuff.
I didn't really get laminate on my book, so yeah, I didn't. I just had normal books where I'd just draw all over the front of them.
Well, that's what they'd all turn into with scribbles everywhere. I think like I got like checkered stuff and like in the white squares on the book that end up being like pen drawings and stuff like that. So at the start of the year, it's like everything had to be perfect. By the end of the year, everything's just all over the place because you just give up at some point.
Well, when I was in school, I was obsessed with ambidextrous people, and it was because people were forced to write with their right hands if they're left-handed. So I was like, well, my dad was ambidextrous, and I was like, I want to be ambidextrous. So when I went to school, I would literally try and write with my left hand while drawing at the exact same time with my right hand. So I'd be doing two things at once with two pencils, trying to become ambidextrous.
How would that actually go? Being able to draw and write, not very well?
Terribly, just
No.
terrible.
Well, see, like I write my left hand, but that's where it ends. My left hand is no good at anything else. Like, if I try and, like, use my left hand for anything other than writing or drawing, it's just, like, has no idea what it's doing.
It just falls over and it just lays there.
Just like, blah.
No, don't make me do it.
You can't make me! has a little protest against everything. It's like, and then it's like, you go bowling or whatever. It's right-handed. If I throw a ball, I'm right-handed. Hold on, no. Yeah, right-handed when I throw, and when I chop stuff, it's right-handed. My left hand just isn't used at anything.
I don't sports.
You don't sports.
No.
What about computers?
It's not really a sport.
You use both hands for computers, so I guess.
Yeah, I'm not like a really old person that just uses 2 fingers.
You use 3 fingers. Ah! Look, we're doing the hair. So this, from the picture, it seemed like it was ombre. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be all purple, but it looked ombre, so we went ombre. I think we've done ombre on one other character, and that was Shimmer. He was pretty cool. He had like the blue and pink hair.
Ombre is actually the painting technique. It's dip dyed.
Oh, aren't you just technical?
Not really.
Oh, it's color on the end of the hair.
So dip dye.
It's dip dyed. It looks beautiful. It's white and purple. You can't go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I would totally do that. My hair's pretty white as it is. We could, purple.
And my hair used to be black and purple.
Yeah. I think that was like a big thing in like the early 2000s. Black and purple, black and red, black and blue hair.
Black and green.
Yeah. I had blue, silver, like, it wasn't like, it was like a denim blue, silver chunks, and then like black tips when I was in high school. Because there was like a TAFE hairdresser place, like right next to our school. And I would go there, and because I was friends with the teacher chick, I'd get my hair done for free all the time. So I'd go there and get my hair colored like every single week. So I had pretty much every single color under the sun.
I was just blonde. Long and blonde.
You're so boring. And here I am, like, I think on like the prom, I had you know that thing when you're like leaving school and it's like a dance? The word I cannot pronounce right now. Yeah, so when I went to that, I had black sides, purple, red, pink, green, blue, mohawk. So
Nice.
it was all out there. Good times. Now my hair's just blonde. Blonde all the time.
And I'm just a ginge.
Oh, you're a ginger. And then here we go. Oh my god, we're right up to the background. I totally forgot we were doing this. Hi. Welcome. This is a picture. Their name is Shadow Rose. This is one of the psychedelic backgrounds that everyone should, know by now. It's not as psychedelic this time. I went more of like a card theme. Good.
Yeah.
Done. Awesome. Happy. Awesome. Cool. Smiley. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If I'm missing anything.
Bye, meow.
Oh, bye. Meow. Bye.
Mall.
Meow.